welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Stephanie. So today's video is going to be just like a rambles, like a chit chat, get ready with me video. I'm honestly just all over the place, just rambling on. I did do this look as well, so if you're interested on what I talk about, I do discuss like, personal issues and things like that. So if you want to know how I pretty much, or I don't know if I did like a tutorial type thing because it really wasn't necessarily a tutorial, but if you want to just, just get ready with me, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Honestly, this is gonna be just like an update to check, get ready with me, because I haven't filmed in a while and I just want to just get on here and just talk about general things like that a lot of people don't really talk about. And I mean, now I have seen it, a little bit more frequently, people talking about mental health and things like that, but it's still not something that a lot of people fully understand, in my opinion, of course. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get started. I really don't know what kind of look I'm gonna do, honestly. Yeah, I filmed this video, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I filmed this video yesterday, and because I moved to the garage, and I didn't notice I was gonna get freaking cold. It was just the wind kept banging the garage, and the door, the garage door just kept making all this noise, and it just pretty much, my whole video went to shit with that stupid banging. So I didn't expect it to be that loud, but apparently it picked it up super loud. So here I am filming this video again. But I just wanted to just pretty much get started, right? Instead of rambling on. Well, pretty much you're gonna hear me rambling on throughout this whole video. I went ahead and just do my face off camera because I don't want to make this video a super long video. I know yesterday when I filmed it, I did the whole face and everything at the same time. It just made it into an hour and a half long, and I was just okay, that's not gonna work. So let me ramble while I just do my shadows, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use, actually, and I promise you're not gonna hear the banging anymore because I moved to my living room again, at least just for this video, and then hopefully, depending on the weather, if it's not as cold or the wind is not as bad, I'll continue to film in my garage, which, I mean, you really won't notice because, this, unless you hear the freaking noise. But anyways, and then the kids right now are in school, so that's definitely good. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my So Jaded palette. This is the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop collab, and I don't know why I'm in the mood to do purples. I know I've already have a purple look in my channel, but I just still want to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just try to do a purple look, see how that goes. I'm gonna open up my mirror. I wanted to just talk about mental health in general. I honestly, I feel like the main reason why I haven't really been filming, and normally my goal was to film at least 3 to 4 videos a week, was because I was diagnosed recently. Well, I don't want to say recently because it was about a couple years ago back, where I was diagnosed with severe anxiety. I really didn't know what it was in the beginning. I just assumed that I was just a paranoid person or just an overthinker. I didn't specifically know the definition of what a mental, how would I say it? I didn't know specifically the definition of what I had or what I suffer with, or I have or suffer with, was anxiety. I just, again, thought I was just an overthinker, an overly cautious person, an overly paranoid person, because I am sometimes paranoid when it comes to certain things. I just, even with my kids' health and stuff like that, I overreact when it comes to every single thing, even if it's just the smallest thing. For example, my daughter had a fever, and it was a virus that was going around. which I knew, like, you know, my sister's kids had. My daughter ended up getting a fever, so I was so scared that same day I took her to the emergency room after work, because I didn't think of taking her to the urgent care. So that day I just took her to the emergency room, and they have like an urgent care there. Either way, they still send me to the urgent care. But they were I was charged like a $8 copay or something like that, and just for them to tell me like, hey, you know, she's fine, she just has a fever, it's a virus that's going around, blah, blah, blah. My peace of mind was knowing that the doctors checked her and she was fine, she was okay. Some people might call me overprotective, some people might call me like overly dramatic. I don't care, as long as my kids are, you know, healthy and happy. Anyways, let me get started, right? I'm already rambling and I haven't even got started. So actually, I'm gonna also use this palette. This is the Marvelous Mauve Dose of Color palette, and I kind of want to use these shades, so I'm gonna use these as like what's it called? Can I speak today? Can I remember? A transition shade. Is that the word? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. This one is actually Jasper from the So Jaded palette. So I kind of like it. I am gonna but I'm gonna just do this. Because I want to do like a halo eye. So anyways, mental health, yes. I remember when I was younger, when my husband and I first started living together, he would go to work, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this shade here. He would go to work and he would like leave, and at that time I didn't work, I just had my 1-year-old daughter. So he would leave and I would get so scared. I would think somebody was gonna break in or something. So I don't think he ever knew this, to be honest, but I would get like the couches from the living room and I would block the door. I would block the door. I would block the, and I would lay in the living room on the other couch and just stay there and lying awake thinking somebody was gonna come and break in. Or I would like look out the window and just check, like, you know. And I talked to my therapist about it, and she's of anxiety. That's a form of anxiety, like you're, you know, paranoid of like the what ifs, like you're scared, like. And I didn't know that. I was like, oh my god, like I'm just making things up or something. She's like, no, not necessarily. Like I was just so scared, like I couldn't be alone. I couldn't it was just so, and I never, but I never showed it. That's the thing with my husband, that I never really showed it, and I never made it clear, like, oh my god, I'm scared, something's gonna happen, like, you know, things like that. Like I never made that clear to him. Like I never showed I just felt like it was a sign of weakness, I guess you can say. And so yeah, I just never really you know, so finally, I just think after I had my last baby, I decided to you know, seek some help, because I felt like, you know what, this is not gonna get any better. I feel like I was getting worse as I'm getting older, and you know, I found myself having panic attacks while I was driving, and that's definitely not safe or anything like that. Like, I just felt like that was not safe. So at this point, I had to do something about it. So I finally decided to go see a therapist or a psychiatrist, and they finally realized, like, yes, you have severe anxiety, you know, all that, whatever. And finally, I've been managing it, and you know, I do get to the point where I do get triggers, and I do get these days where I'm just like super anxious, super stressed, and there's some good days and there's bad days and there's great days, you know, where I don't have it. There's can be even weeks where I'm fine and there's nothing happening. But there's also days where, you know, it can be triggered, and I'm just applying that all on the bottom as well. But yeah, it's really difficult sometimes, and that's why I feel like lately my anxiety has been to the point where, that's why I haven't been really wanting to film. And it sucks because it controls my life. Like, I hate that anxiety can control someone's life, and it's not really something you can say, oh well, today, you know what, anxiety, you're not gonna control my life today, you know. Like, my brain works a different way than, you know, other people and stuff. So it's not like I mean, you know, I can try to control it, you know, there's ways to control it and stuff like that. I try to control it, I try to, you know, be better with it, but it's sometimes just so difficult. So, and I guess, of course, anxiety is different forms. Like, it's not necessarily, you might have, you know, some people might have different anxiety versus me. I have, mine is just a fear of a lot of things, like fear of like driving on freeways, like where they're narrow ways, they're just, I'm scared, and I have to be focused, and you know, if it's narrow and there's an 18 there, I freak out, or you know, I'm paranoid about posting my kids online. Like, I used to do it, and there's times here and there where I'll do it and my anxiety is not that bad, and you know, I'll have like a, you know, a spontaneous moment where I'm just like, okay, let me do it, let me post my kids and stuff. But then there's times where I'm just like, majority of the time, I'm like, you know, what if, you know, somebody, a kidnapper or like a, you know, a pedophile is looking at my you know, just random things come into my mind. Like, it just, I can't control it. So my main thing is I'm afraid of a lot of things, and it just, anxiety just, you know, controls that, and you know, I can't help it. So it's really difficult. And then not, you know, there's just like not a lot of people I can talk to him about. My husband's really understanding. He can tell when I'm, you know, starting to get it, like, you know, I'm starting to get anxious, and he's really good at helping me, you know, control it and stuff like that. For the most part, it's just, it can be a day-to-day struggle. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this one, the Alexandria shade. See how that goes. Yeah, it's a day-to-day struggle, but yeah, like I said, my husband's really understands. Sometimes it's just, I have those days where I'm like, oh, what if I get a stalker, or what if I get this, what, you know, like random things that can happen on a day-to-day basis, you know, regardless of what you're doing or where you're at. And it takes over my life sometimes. So hopefully I can be able to be better at controlling my anxiety and work on it a little bit more, and just hopefully find a balance, because I want to continue my journey on, you know, YouTube, and make sure I continue to be consistent and hopefully grow, and hopefully I can help somebody, or if anybody wants to reach out to me, and just, you know, if y'all are struggling with anxiety as well, I'd love to have a friend to talk to about, and hopefully, you know, we can help each other and stuff like that. You know, it's difficult to have somebody to fully 100% understand, you know, to a certain extent, because they don't have, you know, anxiety. Like, you know, majority of my family, you know, most of my family, my close family, don't have anxiety, so they don't understand 100% of, you know, my little triggers or my little struggles or, you know, crazy little things like that, you know. But if somebody that has anxiety understands and we can talk about it, why not? That'd be amazing, right? I actually decided to apply the amethyst shade. It's this purple shade. I'm applying it all over, like in the center of the lid, and then the Alexandria shade on top of that. Yes, my ramble. I don't know what else to talk about. Yeah, it's been a couple tough weeks. When my anxiety gets really bad, it's really difficult to concentrate, especially with work and stuff. And it's so stressful because part of my anxiety has been triggered with my job. It's so sad to say, right? But it really has. And it's complicated. Like, that's why I think that was one of the main reasons why I decided to take that leap of faith to, you know, pursue my passion and you know, start the YouTube channel, was mainly because of all the anxiety that I was having because of my job. I love my job, don't get me wrong. It's just it's a struggle. It's sometimes you get these customers where they're just like super entitled. When I say customers, I mean members. We just call them customers, but they're members. I do work for health insurance. It's a little difficult sometimes, you know, just to deal with, you know, my job. But I love it. I mean, I've been there 5 years. August, 5 years in about maybe 3-4 months with the company. So for the most part, I enjoy it. But anyways, okay, so apparently they just instead of like a halo effect, it's turned into a freaking dark purple smoky eye. Apparently, I didn't know what I was doing, which I'm not mad at. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know if I want to do liner. I feel like I never do liner. I think I'm gonna do liner. Even though I have like a green shirt with purple eye, right? I mean, who cares, right? Your shirts don't have to match your outfit. I mean, what am I saying? Your outfit doesn't have to match your makeup, right? Is that right? Did I say it right? I don't know. Let me do my liner. And I can't really talk with this while I'm doing my liner, so I'm gonna probably speed through this process or just do it off camera. Let's see. I went ahead and did my liner off camera because, you know, that was not gonna work, me talking while I was doing it. Now I'm just applying a little bit of black in the bottom just to smooth that out a little bit. I really didn't expect to do this kind of look, but apparently this just went all sideways. I don't know. Shit happens, right? I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lashes. While I'm waiting for my lashes to dry, well, to get tacky a little bit, I want to apply my lipstick. But I don't know what lipstick to apply. We'll see. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I went ahead and had to do my lashes and the lipstick off camera because while I was waiting for the lashes to dry, I was applying the lipstick and I ended up, the lashes ended up getting like too tacky. So I was like, I needed to hurry up, and I had like half my lipstick on. So I had to hurry up and do that. So I pretty much completed the look. I really do feel like I like it. I'm gonna leave all the information down below because I know I pretty much rambled throughout the whole video and I didn't really make it into like an actual like a tutorial. So I'll leave all that information down below if you're interested in what I use. So yeah, I do want to thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.